Hey everybody, hope you're having a good day. Um, some good news is even with this shutdown, we're allowed to have church. That's what the government website says. They're still allowing us to have 15%. So I know an email will help, but you get another email saying that church is open again. So that's a blessing, and so maybe a bit of a good thing to brighten your day because of being locked down. Right, we gotta stay at home and only go out to buy stuff, or if you have to work. So at least good thing is they haven't shut down church, and so that's a blessing. So I just want to share with you guys today. I was going through Job. This is my daily reading, and just finished up the chapter, and just seeing that whole conflict with Job. The Satan and God having that bet, and Job being the one who suffered great loss, and sitting there, and his three friends come, and they started out good, not saying anything, and then they come and they try to rebuke him, and then Job goes on and kind of kicks back at him, but then he gets to a spot where he says he's without sin. And then we see later on a younger man who comes and was quiet, and Elihu, who finally speaks up and kind of rebukes Job, saying that he is not without sin, and he gives God his due, and this I just want to read here in chapter 38, when God finally he comes and he speaks to Job, and starting at verse 2 of chapter 38. Who is this that darkens counsel by their words without knowledge? Now gird up your loins like a man, and I will ask you, and you instruct me. Where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. Who sets its measurements, since you know? Or who stretched the line on it? On what were its bases sunk? Or who laid its cornerstone? When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy. And it keeps going on and on and on here. And God's really saying to Job, like, really, why are you questioning me? I'm not here to answer your questions. And I think sometimes for us, we kind of get in a spot when Job, we're frustrated, we don't hear God, and we can sit there and maybe we talk to people, and maybe we don't get the best counsel. And then we kind of get in a spot where, we may start out great intentions, but like Job, start going and thinking that, okay, I'm being unjustly punished, and God should answer me. How dare he? He needs to answer for what's happening. And I could imagine Job's his whole demeanor and everything when God starts speaking to him and challenging him on this. Because really, who are we? We are nothing. We have no power. God does not have to explain anything to us. He doesn't owe us anything. He's the one who created everything. Everything in its laws and physics. It's all God, and we can't do anything. We can't create anything. We are nothing. And God, our Creator, basically is telling Job, like, it was better for you to be silent and trust me than to sit here and demand an answer from me. And for us, we can maybe get in that spot where we feel that way. We can kind of have a pity party for ourselves and feel we have empowerment, and God needs to answer us, or we demand a resolution or something from God. And basically, we see God as he talks about everything he created, talks about nature, talks about the behemoth on land, and the Leviathan in the sea, and their great power and who they are, and can Job conquer them? Can Job do anything with them? Can he, I think even with behemoth, can he be a pet? Can he, this is a great creature, and we can't do anything. We can't control nature. We can't control anything. And so, we just need to kind of remember that some days and go, okay, wait, who am I? I am somebody who should not question God in that way. It's okay to question God and ask God and humbleness, but when we get into a spot where, Job's saying, like, I have no sin, so why would this come to me? Well, no, we are broken, we are sinful, and God never reveals to Job the conversation between him and Satan, or why he did all these things. That's never been shown to him. But then God blesses him, abundantly at the end. And I think it's a hard thing. I'm glad it was Job, not myself, or this is not something that continues on. But these things in life that do happen, the times that we suffer, the times that we we feel we've been unjustly judged, or given the wrong hand, we got to remember God is in charge. And for us to demand anything from God, who are we? We have nothing to give God. We are not above him. We can't instruct him. And so for us to to have that wise counsel, and for us to remember, okay, God's promises are there. He's promised his son. He's given us blessings. Some things we will never understand. Some hardships that we go through, we won't hear from God. We won't know why we go through them. But we can trust our God, who's in control of everything. And even this was another bad that Satan did to us. And if we suffer like Job, God won't tell us. He doesn't need to, because he's in control. He's looking out for us. And whatever happens to us, we can never cry foul, because it's a perfect God. And these things he's sovereign, and these things happen because of his will. But he will look after us and take care of us. And he is always there. And we have to submit to him and trust him, because who else can we trust? We can't put our trust in ourselves or think that we are even equal to God, because we'd mess everything up. But God won't. He's perfect and just. He'll do things that we don't understand, and we have to learn that and go, okay, God is above anything we can comprehend. But we know in the Word, we know that we can trust him. We can have faith in him, and we have made an oath to him, to be basically his slave, in a good sense, where he owns us, and we need to be thankful that he owns us. Sin owned us, then God took that away, and now he paid for us. He owns us now, and so for us to give everything to him, make that come true, that covenant that we made to him when we asked him to believe in us. For us, when we believed in him, we asked God to come into our life, and we became a Christian, converted. And so let's live that out then, and trust God, and go, if he owns us, he is in the driver's seat. Why should I ask or complain? I'm thankful. The least of this, Christ died for me. And if everything else goes bad on this earth, it's only for a short time. Eternity with God forever is worth it. And so for us to trust God, I don't think these things are going to be happening to all of us as Christians. Again, we only see it happening once. And really, the things that happen in life can, we take the worst of our life to what God has given us, salvation. It doesn't compare. And so even if we do have lifelong suffering, it's a short time. In this little blip of time, we have eternity with God forever, and the blessings and everything he's going to give us outweighs the negative stuff. And so for us to, in those moments, to humble ourselves, come back down and say, God, okay, what you've given me is greater than anything else. And so these things may happen, but I trust you, and I will go with you. And so for us is to have, even to encourage others when they're going through bad times, because we all will. We all have that time where we get upset and think that we are owed something, but we need to be reminded and humble that, no, we're lucky that God has even redeemed us. And so that alone is enough. So hope everybody has a good day, and we'll talk to you next week.